The cameras and design of the S26 Ultra could alter a lot, but one important feature might not be there. If the most recent reports are correct, the Samsung S26 Ultra will include a mix of substantial enhancements and features that stay the same. Let's start with the rumored upgrades. Newsys, a South Korean website, says that the Galaxy S26 Ultra will have a camera island. We haven't seen that kind of camera design on this line of phones since the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. The lenses on later versions stick out of the back instead. This rumor says that the Galaxy S26 Ultra's switch to a camera island is necessary to make room for improvements to the phone's main and telephoto cameras. The source doesn't say what these upgrades are, but we've heard a lot of times before that the S26 Ultra's main camera would have a larger aperture, which would let in more light. The telephoto camera on the Galaxy S26 Ultra might also have a larger aperture, which could be what these changes are talking about. The story from today doesn't say what shape the camera island will be in, so it's not obvious if this will be a return to the S21 Ultra's design or something new. But anyway, the back of the phone should look considerably different from the back of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. There might also be an AI technique embedded into the screen of the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra that makes it safer. The Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra could be the first phone to come with a new privacy-protecting function that uses AI to block anyone snooping on your screen. According to Ducanos Reef citing industry sources, Samsung wants to outfit the Galaxy S26 Ultra screen with a new technology called Flex Magic Pixel. This feature would employ AI to regulate the pixels on the screen such that the display is only visible from specified angles. The upshot would be something a bit like the privacy-protecting screen protectors you can now attach to phones, which keep the content of your screen hidden from others who aren't seeing it straight on. However, Flex Magic Pixel supposedly wouldn't have the same problems as traditional screen protectors, which can often lower the visual quality or brightness. So with Flex Magic Pixel, you may keep important and personal info to yourself without affecting screen quality. This might be particularly handy for somebody who relies on public transport, as otherwise the individuals surrounding you may probably snoop on your screen. But it may be a reassuring feature for anyone. And while we take the claim of this coming to the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra with a pinch of salt, this is actually a tech that Samsung has already showed off. So it exists, and it would make sense for Samsung to bring it to a phone. In any event, these insiders indicate that the Galaxy S26 Ultra will be the only member of the Samsung Galaxy S26 line to get Flex Magic Pixel, but they add that it's probable the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 and the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8 will also get it. In the same article, they note that the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra is anticipated to also contain color filter on encapsulation. This would involve removing its OLED screen's polarizer and replacing it with a color filter, a modification that might make the screen thinner while boosting color reproduction and reducing power consumption. Samsung already utilizes this tech in their foldable phones, but so far it hasn't yet been employed in a non-foldable phone. So if the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra does offer both of these screen enhancements, then it could have some substantial benefits over other handsets. We'll probably find out for sure whether it features these in January or February, as that's likely when the Samsung Galaxy S26 range will ship. If Samsung adheres to its regular timetable, then we're going to see the Galaxy S26 phones arriving during January 2026, and we've just obtained some leaked information on two of the major specs of the base model in the series. According to well-known source Digital Chat Station, the regular S26 is expected to arrive up with a 6.27-inch display and a 4,300 mAh battery, both of which constitute improvements based on the current model. The Samsung Galaxy S25 boasts a 6.2-inch screen and a 4,000 mAh battery, which are also the same specs we saw in the S24 the year before. It's taken a while, but it's wonderful to see some extra battery capacity added to the cheapest model at last. Of course, it's hard to say how much difference a raise in battery capacity is going to make to real battery life, given there are other aspects involved besides the size of the battery, but it surely can't do any harm. The report was repeated by another established leaker, Taran Vats, who added the Samsung Galaxy S26 Pro name. There has been previous conjecture that the basic Galaxy S26 phone may actually gain the Pro label next year, with recent sources claiming that the Galaxy S25 Plus will be the last of that particular line of phones. We may be looking at the Galaxy S26 Pro, the Galaxy S26 Edge, and the Galaxy S26 Ultra when it comes to flagship phones from Samsung next year. Once again, it's expected to be the Ultra model that gets the most significant changes on top of what the current phones already offer. There's previously been discussion that the most expensive phone in the series may gain camera and charging speed enhancements. No doubt we'll be hearing more about all three phones between now and January 2026. Samsung lovers can look forward to the highly anticipated arrival of the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Leaked sources say that this premium handset will be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2 CPU, featuring excellent performance characteristics. Notably, this version of the chipset is developed exclusively for Samsung, containing features that distinguish it different from its conventional cousin. Sources say that the Snapdragon CPU in the S26 Ultra will clock at a remarkable 4.74 GHz, compared to the 4.61 GHz of the standard Elite Gen 2 chip. In terms of benchmark scores, the S26 Ultra's single-core performance is predicted to reach about 4,000, but the ordinary variant gets a slightly lower score at 3,900. This huge advantage places the Galaxy S26 Ultra as a powerhouse among smartphones, displaying the highest potential of the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2. However, the great capacity of this chip may come with one noteworthy trade-off: the potential for lower screen-on time. Samsung is maintaining its 5000 mAh Li-ion battery for the S26 Ultra, consistent with the Galaxy S25 Ultra, even while competitors like Apple improve battery capacity for their own handsets. Samsung has had hurdles in moving back to its own Exynos chips. Initially, the firm intended to introduce the Galaxy S25 series with the Exynos 2500 processor, but production problems led in its late release alongside the Galaxy Z Flip 7. The tech giant has been concentrating on finishing its 2nm Exynos 2600 processor for the forthcoming Galaxy S26 series, although sources say that this development may not have developed as intended, consequently prompting reliance on the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2. While there were initial dreams of a dual chipset approach for the Galaxy S26, utilizing both Exynos and Snapdragon CPUs in different markets, these possibilities look to be fading as the launch date approaches. Speculation continues on whether Samsung will be able to implement this plan successfully. So, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.